Welcome to another teacher tip with Mr. Long, and in this video we're going to be focusing particularly on those of our teachers who are involved with arts and culture. Anything to do with visual arts or creative arts or the music, anything to do with arts and culture, this is the video for you. So Google has a lovely little feature. If you've got a Gmail account, then you log on to your Gmail account and you come here to the Google Apps or the Google Waffle, and when I click there, I'm going to scroll all the way down till I see the word arts and culture. There we go. That's the icon I'm looking for. So let's go explore what this arts and culture feature is about. So it's got lovely resources. It's quite interactive. There's lots of things that you can do and explore. I would suggest that as a teacher, you would go through it quite extensively to find out exactly what you like and what you don't like, so that if you are going to incorporate them into lessons, that you know exactly which aspects you want to use. So let's have a look. So there is an app that you can download. Students can put it on their phone or they can put it on your tablets, and then that can be another way that they can interact with this particular aspect of Google. It'll be a lot better. Obviously the app will have better features. There's lots that you can do here. So this is just the general home page. Now if I click on Explore, it'll take me to a place where I can look at 3D videos. So let's go look at a 3D video where you can actually, it's quite an interactive little video where you can interact with like what particularly you want to look at. So let's just take this one, for example, the Fall of the Angels over here. So I'm going to come to this video. I'll put the sound off, but there is sound that you can hear when it starts playing.
The Fall of the Rebel Angels.
There we go. So there is sound, but what's nice about these videos is that you are actually, it's like you're there, so you can drag and see, which parts of it do I want to see. I can see the different aspects, and when this video zooms in, we can actually see which parts of the painting you actually want to focus on. So okay, so we zoom into the little video, but you can look around and you can see all the different aspects, and that's the beauty of these videos, where it's 3D, you can interact with them and so on. So that's great. So that's the type of thing that you can do. Lots of little videos like that. You can also, under Explore, if we go back to Explore, we can search for particular historical events. We can art movements, mediums. You can search for color. So if there's a particular color that you want to search for, these are the green photos or pictures, or maybe you want to look for some pink ones, that type of thing. So you can look for all the artworks that relate to that particular aspect. So those are the features available to you as well. So you can search by time. We can go further down and go look. There are lots of little collections as well that you can interact with. So there we go. So they're lovely little collections. You can click on them, you can go into them and go look at the different artworks. You can see all the details about them, about the particular collections. Some architecture ones, some designs, some beautiful artworks available. You'll notice though, with all of the aspects in arts and culture, you'll see these appear quite often. So this part here, this is the little heart. That's a way of adding that particular collection to your favorites. You can do that for a interactive game. You can do that for a particular artwork, specific artwork, or a collection, or lots of different features. Click on the heart and it'll add to your favorites, which we'll go explore now. The other thing that's quite important is the share button. If you want students to go directly to this collection, then click on the share button and make sure that you get the link. That's very important. If I click there, it's copied it, then I can paste it somewhere, maybe in a worksheet, maybe in a Google Drive link or somewhere where the students can access it. You don't want students to be you don't want for them to struggle to find exactly what it is that you want for a particular lesson. So getting those links so that they can just click on the link and go directly to that collection, it'll save them a lot of time and they won't get distracted by all the other amazing features in arts and culture. So that's what I would suggest that you do. Get those links there. So let's go look at favorites quickly. So if we click on favorites, you'll see that if I go to the favorites, you've got all the things that you like are stored there, all the different collections and so on. See, there's the collections that we've got saved, the different experiments. You can even go to galleries and create specific galleries on specific topics. So maybe you want a grade 10 or grade 11 gallery or a particular theme. You can do that as well. So you can do that with your galleries. So let's go back to the Explore. So we're going to go continue exploring. We looked at the color. We looked at these collections. So let's go have a look at further. There's some amazing artwork here. And if we go back to home, actually, let's have a look here. I think there's some lovely little, you can actually explore some of the artworks if you want to go into one of these explores. There are some online collections as well, some online exhibits that you can go explore as well. So here we go. So you can see a lovely little thing over here. We can just go zoom into different aspects of this collection, read about it, And as we scroll through it, it'll actually give me, these are the types of items that were found at that particular place. You can read about it. So really useful little items here. So now we can actually scroll around and look. We can move in and go look at how the boats were made and so on. So there we go. So it's obviously dependent on your internet connection, but you can really play around with some nice little features here with exploring this online museum almost. It's almost like we're actually there. So that's wonderful that you can do that. So let's go look at the play options. There's some lovely little games that you can play, or interactive elements to this arts and culture as well. Puzzles, there's crosswords, you can create music. The one that particularly caught my eye with the blobs. Let's just try the blobs here quickly. So the blobs is a little place where you can create music. It can be quite creative. You're going to make the blobs be different forms of sound. So we click on it. It's going to sound a bit funny now coming through the speaker, but let's try it out. So this is the blob opera. And so we're going to set the pitch and the tone of the different blobs. So this is my base blob. So when I click on it, I can pitch of it. So there we go. You can hear the sound a little bit there. And then this is the tenor one, and we can set its particular pitch. And we're going to just quickly set these other two quickly. There we go. So set it there. It's got a 2D scale, so you can go up and down and left and right, depending on what you want this to do. And so now I've set my blobs. Now you can start recording. If you want to record your sound, you can click on it. You can move them forward. You start making them sing. And you can obviously, like, just clicking on the sound, you can obviously mute them and stuff like that if you need to. If you need to change their sound, you can do that as well. So just playing around with sound. It's quite a fun little game. So there we go. So that's a nice little aspect that you can do. I'm going to exit this quickly. So there's the blob opera that particularly caught my eye. I like the blob opera. And so we're going to go back to the games. I'm going to skip this. So we go back to the coloring book was quite key. I was keen on. So there's crosswords and that, but there's a lovely little coloring in book, which I thought was quite nifty as well. So with the coloring book, you can pick particular types of artworks, and you can get students to color in their variation of it. Either you can try get them to mimic the actual painting, or you can try get them to actually create their own version of that particular painting. So let's go play the game quickly. So you can go pick a particular artwork. I'm going to pick this one, and it's going to load it as like a blank slate where you can just fill in the colors the way you want to fill them in. So if I click over here, I can see what the original looks like if I want to try and mimic that and try to pick the correct colors, or you can do your own variation. And I can go click on different things and obviously go and play around with the different color schemes that are available to me. For example, I'm just playing around the full here with different colors, so we can do that. And add some blue here. Let's do that. So playing around with the colors. Obviously, you can undo certain things. If you want to undo certain parts, you can do that. You can download your image, which means you can download it. You can share it. You can share this image with someone again, and so on. So there's lovely little features that are available to you for your students, for your classes, for them to be quite interactive. So there we go. So my suggestion is you go play around with it. Just a little warning. There are some images that do contain nudity. There are some images that portray violence, or that are quite graphic in that form. So that's why doing the research ahead of time, looking at exactly which parts or aspects of Google Arts and Culture you want to use, and make sure that you get those particular links. You get those links, then you can get students to go directly to the parts of Arts and Culture that you want to go to. Yeah, but just be aware of those warnings. Okay, so there we go. So play around, go learn about arts and culture, go see if you can add some of these lovely features to your classroom or to your lessons. For more helpful resources, go to our YouTube channel, click on the playlists, go look at our videos that we've done in the past. Maybe they can help you. Click on that subscribe button. We'd love for you to support the channel. And remember, don't do it the long way. Do it the Mr. Long way.